Could Sam Bennett be the missing piece for the Toronto Maple Leafs? What if the Toronto Maple Leafs had the chance to add exactly the type of player they've been missing in the playoffs? A physical, intense forward who shines in clutch moments and already knows what it takes to lift the Stanley Cup? That opportunity might be on the horizon, and the name in question is Sam Bennett. Bennett is no stranger to NHL fans, but his career has been a roller coaster. After inconsistent years with the Calgary Flames, where he scored just 67 goals in 402 games, he found a fresh start in Florida. With the Panthers, his production skyrocketed: 90 goals, 187 points in 276 games, along with a key playoff presence, tallying 29 points in 39 games. Most importantly, he played a vital role in last season's championship run. Now, as he approaches free agency, Bennett is at the center of the offseason buzz. With the NHL salary cap increasing, his next contract is expected to be highly competitive. The Florida Panthers want to keep him, but they face financial challenges with about $19 million available for contract renewals, including key players like Brad Marchand and Aaron Ekblad. This opens the door for teams like the Maple Leafs to enter the race. According to insider Jeff Merrick, the Leafs are closely monitoring Bennett's situation. However, there is a significant obstacle: his agent, Darren Ferris, who is known for pushing his clients into free agency to maximize their contracts. Ferris has represented Mitch Marner before and has a history of securing massive deals. With around $27.5 million in cap space, Toronto has room to invest, but every move must be carefully calculated. Adding Bennett to the roster could mean adjusting the salary cap structure. The big question is, can the Leafs sign him without jeopardizing crucial extensions, such as those of John Tavares and Matthew Knies? The competition factor. Toronto won't be the only team in the mix. Along with Florida, franchises like the Boston Bruins and New York Rangers could also be willing to jump into the bidding war, further driving up Bennett's market value. Bennett's impact on the Leafs. There's no doubt that Bennett would bring valuable attributes to Toronto. He fills gaps the team has struggled with for years: intensity, physical presence, and playoff impact. His versatility, being able to play as a center or winger, will provide more options for head coach Sheldon Keefe and strengthen an offense that has often failed to impose itself in critical games. However, there's a bigger question. Would a major investment in Bennett mean sacrificing one of the team's current pillars? If the Leafs aggressively pursue him, it could signal that players like Mitch Marner or even John Tavares might be on their way out. The team must find the right balance between adding impact players and maintaining a strong core. Should the Maple Leafs go all in on Bennett? The answer isn't simple. If Bennett officially hits the market, Toronto will need to act fast and strategically. The front office must decide whether it's worth paying over $8 million per season to secure his arrival, or if that cap space will be better spent strengthening other areas, such as defense and offensive depth. If the Leafs truly want to take the next step and become a legitimate Stanley Cup contender, players like Bennett are essential. However, going all in on him could shape the franchise's future in a major way. Now, I want to hear from you, Leafs fans. Do you think Sam Bennett is the ideal addition for Toronto? Should the team pay a premium to bring him in or focus on other priorities? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Leafs News Fan Report to stay updated on all the latest off-season moves. My take as a Leafs fan. As a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I view the potential arrival of Sam Bennett with a mix of excitement and concern. On one hand, he is exactly the type of player the Leafs have lacked for years: a physical, intense competitor who elevates his game in the playoffs. This is the missing ingredient we've felt every postseason, and Bennett has already proven he can be a difference maker when it matters most. But here's the issue: the price. If the Leafs want Bennett, they will have to pay a premium, possibly $8 million or more per season, which could impact the team's overall balance. Does it make sense to invest that much in him, knowing that we still need to reinforce the defense and retain key players like Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and Matthew Knies? If Toronto seriously pursues him, it could indicate that Marner is on his way out, which would completely reshape the team's structure. As a fan, I would love to see Bennett in blue and white, bringing that missing edge to the playoffs. But at the same time, I don't want the team to enter a financial bidding war that hurts other key areas. If the Leafs can land him on a reasonable contract without damaging roster depth, I'm all in. Otherwise, I prefer to see them invest in defensive upgrades and offensive depth. What do you think, Leafs fans? Would Bennett be the missing piece for Toronto to finally break through in the playoffs? Or is the cost simply too high? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Leafs News Fan Report for more updates on the offseason.